'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one.
You've no reason to look so afraid. He's in trouble.
Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Bert, and if you are a fan of MMOs, RPGs, JRPGs, obscure video games, art, or music, then you should subscribe because that's what we do here. Also, don't forget to give this video a like because that super helps us out. Also, I want to do a quick reminder to you guys that at 800 subscribers, we are going to be doing a live art stream where I will be drawing your Final Fantasy XIV characters, or any of your OCs, or if you want like a little self-portrait, just like little busts of them, but gonna try to get as many as we can get done in the allotted time. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's gonna be fun. You said it wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels a bit long to me. Calm down, Lise. Everything is going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned of the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here, bribery being no exception. I say we leave them to it, right, Burr?
Politics, 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 politics!
Right. Everything's fine. Probably. I mean, it couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen. I sense the sass.
How about you?
Was that? That was Gazetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait! Oh. I suppose we should follow her then.
This guy doesn't look like he's doing too good.
Victory to the samurai!
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gazetsu!
Oh! This is a surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisugumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
You are a samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Well, that was easy. We thought we were gonna have to bust in there and bust some heads. I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You have no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to the Doma. Yes, it just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly, what fortune! We will tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Tataru are waiting for us there. Gosetsu, thank the 12 you are unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I am the very picture of health. You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster, how kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first, I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return to you your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting that matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you? For a time, aye, but we parted ways some while ago, the better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hien. Lord Hien? Lord Hien? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hien is the heir to Doma's throne and our master. His was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Xenos led his army unto your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war, and then one day, in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him I would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day for the new Viceroy Yotsuyu, who is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. Oh, these names. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Athod. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yangxia, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Alphino's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane, working closely with Tataru and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There is a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. I, as a soldier in the field, so to speak. Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to them, as you of all people should know. And you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. For we all must serve each in our own way. Very well. It would seem my place is here. Oh, Elfie. Zoroban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot! All preparations have been completed and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? After you, my shelled friend. Hold that thought. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. If you insist, with me everyone, the Ruby Sea awaits.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun. a shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
Lava? I think it's crystals. But it looks like lava. Maybe it is. It's steaming. Melted crystals. How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea. Filled with promise and adventure and treasures. Many wonderful treasures.
Treasure! Treasure!
Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the ruby tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the pirate lords. So, let us go and greet them. Our destination is the isle to the west. The pirate lords? That doesn't look very far to me. Burr, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. What? An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. Here we go. I can sprint in the water, that's fun. I mean, it does look very clear. It'd probably be nice to swim in. I'm just not a good swimmer, so this would scare me. Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 Gil says I beat you there. Aww. We're getting a lot of interaction with Lise. If she dies, I'm gonna kick somebody. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tensui. Tensui. I fear you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed berrrlynn, I am Tensui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for that passage to Othard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely, unless you tripled it. Do take me for a fool. I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well. I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrade strikes me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid, not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. A cat before Koban.
Cost not pearls before swine, I always say.
I'm not sure what to make of that, man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled, for now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. We looking for some boys with some boats? What's going on?
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, Your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
He's scared.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
He ran away. Where'd it go?
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory, or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put to sea at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Man, all these wars that we're always getting involved in and all this stuff.
I need a vacation.
What are we waiting for? Come, come. Soroban cannot have gone far. Though now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. I've heard of flying fish, never seen a hovering shark before. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship.
You wouldn't understand.
I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiance as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised. Too often are Shell less quick to judge all Kojin for the needs of one. Right then, now that our business with N3 is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. Don't you worry your pretty little shell. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me, Burr. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Oh, you're one of the Asian from the beach, leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tensui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. Yes you. Do you know of the Ruby Price, the fortress in the middle of the Ruby Sea for which the Bakufu soldiers survey the surrounding waters? The other day we found one of their men stowed away on a ship we confiscated. With a bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some underhanded trading with the Red Kojin on behalf of his superior. Seems he thought he could avoid paying the Ruby tithe by hiding aboard someone else's ship, but no one gets away with crossing our waters free of charge. As such, I am looking to track down this superior of his and have him compensate us. If I tried to sail to the Ruby Price and look for him myself, however, I'll be blasted to smithereens before I even make it halfway there. Do you think you could go in my stead? There's a man by the name of Ikaruga there. He is an old friend and should be able to identify our captive's superior. You have spoken with the Confederates up above, then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. All aboard! Let's get to it. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait. Tensui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well. I know just the place. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. Reasonably certain. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Saruman. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope that we shall meet again. Bye, Turtle Man.
Bye!
Bye, Animal Man.
So, we finally arrived in Arthur. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor, the element of surprise. Unlike in Kiramanya, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tensui was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze. Ceruleum City?
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans, Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself.
And look behind her. Isn't that...
Yes, Lise, it's that guy. I can't stand this guy.
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very dumb. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You're free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Korjin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
Oh snap, she is evil. Oh no.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you.
Oh my gosh. So she's that kind.
Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
Oh my gosh.
They're my parents. You can't expect me to...
Seriously, what the heck? They're gonna be like, no.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead.
Let me just swing my axe around. Come on.
We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugani.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lys, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Oh my gosh. Gosatsu can't die here, right?
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
Just when you think they can't get any more evil, then you have this lady come along.
Yep, just when you think Florida can't get any worse.
I hated it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosatsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. We seem to have evaded their patrol so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh, well that answers a lot. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alphino. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there, do you see it? How could we miss it? Oh, doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Oh my god. Calm down, we had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lys. We save our strength for any that give to chase. YouTuber. Say, really? Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. If ever I've seen a special walrus, it is them. Oh! There's a settlement here, and they've even got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tensui, which means this place belongs to...
Pirates! Pirates?
It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. Sogo Setsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor, the self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they are unlikely to ask us for the time. What wind brings you hither, of all places? Were you not bound for Arthur's shores? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No. Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I will take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that. An audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people. And this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Good effort. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Kosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he made you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? No, but this is all we got, bruh. The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. True. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Hey, Bear. I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Kosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Hey y'all, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. If you liked this video, please like this video because that'll help gather more folks to the video and the channel. We are aiming for 1K, so we're almost there. Also, if you are new and you haven't yet, please subscribe. We have a Discord link that is very, very fun. That link will be in the description underneath this video. And I also have all my other social media links and stuff that will be under there as well. And also, I do have a Patreon if you're interested. That link is below, and that does help get us to support the channel so I can be here and do more stuff with you guys. Alright, from all of us to all of you. Bye.